I'm here with Bishop Iker, who has just joined in with Bishop Duncan for the ACN press conference following the passage of B033 in the House of Deputies, and we're here to ask him a few questions. Bishop Iker, what is your take on the events of this day?
Well, I think we've had the most powerful leadership of the presiding bishop of the church as we've experienced in 9 years, because conversation was cut off by him several times in the House of Bishops today because he wanted this resolution adopted, and he wanted it adopted quickly and without amendment or change. It's clear that he nearly lost his cool on more than one occasion trying to push the bishops along to acceding to a resolution that I think was probably drafted by him.
There were rumors earlier today about a minority report. Were those just rumors, or was there something to that?
There's been two different statements released. One, a statement from the network bishops, a statement of disassociation, and the other, a statement of conscience that Bishop Chain of Washington has just presented to the House, signed by those who say they cannot be deterred from continuing on with affirming the full place of gay and lesbians in all aspects of the church's life and in all orders of ministry.
So there are actually two minority points of view then at this point.
Right.
So if you were to take out your crystal ball, where would you say we would be in maybe a few months from now?
That's very difficult to say, isn't it? Because it's taken so long to get us to where we are. We've been told we'd have clarity at this General Convention because the General Convention is the only agency that can speak for the Episcopal Church, and yet we've spoken with a forked tongue. Bishop Jenkins said we're one church with two minds. That sounds like a schizophrenic church to me, and that's not a very healthy place for us to be.
As far as your own situation in the Diocese of Fort Worth, have you received any word at all back from the Archbishop of Canterbury? Any acknowledgement of your message that you sent to him?
He's received the appeal by fax and simply acknowledged that it had been received. He understood our concerns. What I need to do when I get home is to formally make the appeal, writing a letter to him, copying the primates on it, so everyone will have the same information. It was felt important to get it to him right away so that when I read the statement to the House of Bishops, he wouldn't be caught off guard and find out about something that was news to him. So he knows about it, but we need to formalize this. My concern is that we've had an appeal before the panel of reference for almost a year now, and we certainly hope that he won't take as long giving us some direction on this appeal as he has on the previous one.
Do you have any word of any other dioceses who might be following you in your appeal to cremation oversight?
I know of 4 to 6 bishops that I've talked to who are considering doing it. They don't want to be identified because they don't want to be speaking before having consultation with their standing committee. But obviously they're in the same position as the Diocese of Fort Worth is, in that we've now elected a presiding bishop to lead us for the next 9 years, who has taken positions or publicly repudiating what the Lambeth 110 resolution has stated as the mind of the communion.
One last question. I was wondering how or whether you felt that the other network bishops were being supportive of your appeal in this respect, even though they may not share your Anglo-Catholic perspective on this.
Other network bishops have been totally supportive, as they always have. In fact, it's only the network bishops who have felt that there should be a continuing place for bishops in this church who do not ordain women to the priesthood. The mind of the General Convention, as expressed in 1997, was to adopt mandatory canons requiring the ordination of women to the priesthood in every diocese. That's contrary to the teaching of Anglican Communion, which is a process of open reception, saying that both sides must be allowed to continue without pressure to conform.